Bitcoin holders, get ready for a new all-time high coming for Bitcoin sooner than you guys think. Okay, it's about to happen, guys, and I really do believe, okay, that this month in May, okay, will still be pretty good for Bitcoin. Now, so far it is still up almost 10% so far in May. Okay, so we are still in the greens. Bitcoin is still above 100K, right? It's still looking pretty good for Bitcoin, right? And I really do believe, the next upcoming few weeks, even the next upcoming few months, as I told you guys, I do believe, Q3, Q4 will be some, good times for Bitcoin, not just for Bitcoin, but also altcoins, because alt season will be happening as well. Even though, yes, okay, we aren't seeing a delay happening for alt season and whatnot, the Bitcoin dominance has in fact been dropping, as we all know, right? And I do believe alt season will soon begin, guys. Okay, we saw Ethereum a couple of days ago absolutely skyrocketing. It was pumping way more than Bitcoin. Okay, we know a couple of days ago a lot of alts were moving as well. So I think alt season is gearing up, guys. Okay, so yes, in today's video, I want to talk about that. There is, in fact, a fair few charts that I do want to show you guys. Okay, and I do want to show you guys some other things as well. Okay, so let's talk about it, guys. Now, before we talk about all that, I do want to give you guys a quick update on what's happening right now with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin today, guys, okay, $103,000. Okay, you guys clearly see that. So ever since we did see Bitcoin pumping, okay, back up, above $100,000, okay, over a week ago, you guys clearly see Bitcoin has been pretty much consolidating, right? We are in fact seeing a very, very strong price sideways movement right now for Bitcoin. Okay, you guys clearly see that. Like at one point, it went all the way as high as $105,000, and then it'll drop all the way back down to 100K, and then it'll rise back up to $105,000 once again, and it'll drop again. Okay, you guys clearly see that. So we are in fact seeing a very, very strong sideways price movement right now for Bitcoin. Okay, you guys clearly see that. But I really do believe soon enough, okay, we will see a breakout happening for Bitcoin. Okay, so as I told you guys many times, personally, I do believe, okay, we will see Bitcoin reaching back up to its previous highs of $109,000 right over here, okay? And once we do see a, resistance breakout, okay, from this right over here, from 109K, that's when Bitcoin will go parabolic. Okay, we're going to see some crazy moves happening for Bitcoin. It's going to pump to 110, to 115, to 120 and beyond, okay? As I told you guys many times, this is going to be happening for Bitcoin. Okay, 109K for Bitcoin is not the top. The top is not in yet for Bitcoin. Okay, understand that, Bitcoin holders, right? So we still have some, good amount of time to simply just DC into Bitcoin. This is still a great time to simply DC into Bitcoin. Okay, the crypto market today, it's not really moving. Okay, we're not seeing huge moves happening for Bitcoin. Ethereum is slightly down as well, 2%. A fair few alts are down as well. Solana's down almost 3%. Same with Cardano, right? And Sui, Chainlink, it is down almost 4%. Avalanche is down 4%, right? Yeah, past 24 hours, a lot of alts are down, right? You guys clearly see that. Even Casper's down almost 3% today, still holding strong above 11 cents. But yeah, a lot of alts today are not really moving. Majority of alts today are slightly down. Bitcoin monthly returns, like I said, Bitcoin is still up, over 9%. So this is absolutely fantastic to see for Bitcoin. Okay, it's still in the greens. We're still up over 9%, almost 10%. And like I said many times, I do believe this month in May should be a decent month for Bitcoin, right, for May. Okay, and I really do believe the next upcoming few months, obviously some months we will most likely be in the reds. Okay, but majority of these next upcoming few months, I do believe will be in the greens, because like I said, I do believe Q3, Q4 will be some amazing times for Bitcoin, even Ethereum. Okay, even Ethereum, guys. Okay, and so far Q2 for Ethereum, we are up almost 37%. Okay, so it's looking pretty good for Ethereum lately, right? It really, really has. So let's get into these charts, guys. Starting off with this one. So Bitcoin to 130K. So this is showing the golden ratio multipliers are blue line. Okay, and it's now at $127,000 and rising. Okay, if momentum continues, this could be Bitcoin's next major target. So 130K, guys. Okay, that could potentially be Bitcoin's next big target, because like I said, okay, once we do see a resistance, having a breakout from the resistance line for Bitcoin, it's going to go parabolic. Okay, we're going to see some gold candles. Okay, it's going to, enter that banana zone, right? And yes, we're going to see Bitcoin rising to 110, 115, 120 and beyond, guys. Okay, it is very, very possible. And look at this, right? Bitcoin is climbing steadily with intervals of around 10K in each consolidation. Okay, so you guys clearly see it always jumps like over 10K in each consolidation, right? So when we do see Bitcoin consolidating, we do see a breakout happening. Okay, you guys clearly see that. So consolidation had a breakout, it kind of pumped like 10K. Same thing, consolidation, breakout, okay, it pumped another 10K, right? And then it did in fact consolidate once again, as it's doing right now, okay? And yes, right, it's going to pump another 10K. But this time, will it be more than just 10K? Okay, will it be more than 115K for Bitcoin? Very, very possible. Okay, very, very possible, guys. So understand, this is not the top for Bitcoin. Understand Bitcoin is going to be going much, much higher, guys. Okay, and this chart just makes sense. Okay, if you just look at it, right? And that's exactly what Bitcoin is doing right now, as I just showed you guys. Bitcoin is clearly having a very, very strong sideways price movement. It is in fact consolidating. So once we do see a breakout from this consolidation phase, it's going to have a breakout, right? So be ready for that, Bitcoin holders. Now, you guys can clearly see also, every single time we have a double top, okay, usually that is usually on the top, okay, and it does rise even more. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. So over, ever since early of 2023 to where we are right now, Bitcoin has in fact been forming this beautiful uptrend, as we all know. I've been talking about this uptrend for a very, very long time now. And during this uptrend, right, during when Bitcoin was all the way down over here, when it was below 20K, all the way to where we are right now, it's crazy to, think about and just look at this. But every single time we had a double top, Bitcoin would rise, okay, a new all-time high, okay, you guys just clearly see that, right? Double top, it will pump, double top, it will pump. So understand, guys, a new all-time high is coming for Bitcoin, okay? So Bitcoin holders, please be prepared for this, okay, because it's about to happen. I'm telling you this right now, okay? So get ready. Now, yes, Bitcoin is consolidating near its all-time high, okay? So the main daily resistance is at $106.5 thousand. Once flipped, Bitcoin will go vertical, okay? So understand, guys, it is very, very possible that we do see Bitcoin reaching new highs, okay? We have to break this resistance, and once it does break this resistance, Bitcoin is going to be shooting up, okay? That's what I want you guys to, understand here, right? We're going to see a breakout from this resistance line. So I truly do hope you guys are ready for this, truly, okay? Now, understand the final leg up will catch many people off guard, okay? People that are not buying into Bitcoin right now, people that are not paying attention to Bitcoin right now, they will, okay, they will FOMO in. Once we do see Bitcoin having a major move back up to the upside, reaching new highs and whatnot, everyone's talking about it, it's in the greens, it's pumping, okay, everyone will FOMO in. People that are not buying and paying attention to Bitcoin right now, they will FOMO in, guys. I've seen this many, many times, okay? So that's going to happen. Okay, now I want to show you guys this, because this is actually very, very interesting. So there is this fast food restaurant, I believe it's in America. So Steak and Shake, okay, Steak and Shake, okay, is now officially accepting Bitcoin Lightning Network payments. And this is, the main reason, guys, why I actually do believe Bitcoin is going to be the future of money. Like, this is nothing too crazy, but it is a step up, right? Like, think about it. You can now, buy, okay, food at this restaurant, this fast food restaurant, Steak and Shake, with your Bitcoins, right? Just think about that, guys. So it is insane. Okay, and we know a lot of restaurants, okay, around the world have been doing this. They've been accepting Bitcoin, but I'm just showing you guys this because this is, the future of money. This is where Bitcoin will be heading. Like, how can you not be bullish? Like, I'm not saying Bitcoin will potentially, replace fiat. Okay, maybe it will one day. Okay, a lot more people will start, using Bitcoin to pay for things. other than using fiat. You know, that is possible, right, down the future, but we'll have to see. But just look at this. This is the future, guys, for Bitcoin. Scan that QR code. That's it. That easy, guys. That quick and easy. Alright, so that is the future, guys, for Bitcoin. Okay, in the future, we're going to see a lot more of this. Okay, a lot more restaurants will start, accepting Bitcoin for payment, and a lot more people down in the future will start using Bitcoin, okay, to buy things with. Right, it just makes sense because your purchasing power with Bitcoin is much, much higher. Because if you're holding fiat, obviously we know that's bad because of inflation. Okay, the money that you're having in the bank, for example, it's losing value because of inflation. Right, your purchasing power becomes much, much lower. But you'll realize when you own Bitcoin, right, everything around you becomes much more cheaper because Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. Right, Bitcoin is beating inflation. This is why I always tell you guys to invest into Bitcoin, right? Not even just Bitcoin, any assets out there, but Bitcoin is for sure the number one pick in my opinion. And someone said here, do not give up your Bitcoin for a cheeseburger. And in a way, I 100% agree with him. Okay, I 100% agree with him on that one. And I want to show you guys this before I end today's video. Vinci Jeremy, we all know Vinci Jeremy, who he is and whatnot. He said here, Bitcoin will be above $1 million before the end of this decade. Bookmark this tweet. Okay, and that's exactly what I did. Okay, and I can't agree with him on that one. As I told you guys many times, Bitcoin, we have to think long term with it. Okay, we need to DCA, invest into Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, and hold it for long term because Bitcoin is going to be, okay, and it will be a digital asset that's going to be worth millions of dollars, not just a million, millions, guys. Okay, and this is what I always tell you guys, to accumulate at least a full Bitcoin, because this one full Bitcoin will change your life, okay, for your future self. Okay, so understand, it is very, very possible that we do see Bitcoin reaching $1 million, okay, before the end of this decade. Right, it is very, very possible, guys. So that is less than 10 years time. Okay, and many people have predicted this. Okay, people like Mark Saylor, Kathy Wood, they have predicted that potentially by the year 2030 or sooner, we could potentially see $1 million Bitcoin. Right, so it is very, very possible that we do see this happening for Bitcoin. Okay, so that being said, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe. That is always appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.